Today, on This American Dice, join four unlikely heroes on their quest to defeat the greatest threat to the realm, the Black Stallions. Can our heroes who have ventured deep down into these caverns defeat Rook? And now that they have discovered that Gellan, the wizard among the Black Stallions, has secreted himself away in this forbidden library of ancient knowledge, what can they discover from him? And will he be willing to work with them, or will they have to kill him? Check it all out today on This American Dice Presents Dungeon World: Hunt for the Black Stallions.
So you guys have like posters of what the Black Stallions used to look like. Len, do you think that you'd recognize this guy or no?
Yeah, probably. If it was a thing that could be studied, Len probably had studied it. And so it takes him a minute. And then once he gets up this close and he sees that this guy's part spider, and he's like, wait a minute, you're one of those guys. You're one of the you're one of the Black Stallions.
He's like, my name is Gellan, and I'm one of the last two Black Stallions.
Last two? How many were we commissioned to come find? Did it say?
Yeah. So there were four Black Stallions. There was
Brody
Rook,
Murderbane.
Rook,
Oh, that's right.
Brody Murderbane.
Gellan.
Murderbeam, that's right. Carl, I'm forgetting your character's name.
Kalen Weatherspear.
Yeah. So Kalen was killed in a mass brawl after he entered yet another tourney and beat the townspeople to a pulp. They turned on him, murdering him heinously.
I'm sure he deserved it.
Oh yeah.
So then that would mean that the only ones remaining are Gellan and who's the
Rook.
last? Rook, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he'll say, I'm Gellan, the library keeper. How may I help you?
Dormin will take out his sword and say, "Stand still, please." And he's going to start swinging unless someone stops him.
All right.
Yeah, I think Len gets kind of spooked by this situation, but he's just
Len, go ahead and roll Defy Danger.
absolutely. That's a 2 and a 4, so that's a 6. Depending on how I'm defying this danger, that could end poorly.
Wisdom, through mental fortitude.
And it does become a 7 then.
Okay. So you feel...
Oh, jeez.
When you touch his hand, you feel like his thoughts, and you feel him feeling your thoughts.
My thoughts to your thoughts.
And you
Your
can
thoughts.
you can sort of protect some areas because of what you rolled. So is there anything particularly sensitive that you don't want him to know?
All the weird pubescent thoughts lately.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Dad?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's a farm boy, so he's like, I hope he doesn't find out about that very voluptuous cow. No, I think the deal is Len's kind of a little bit of an open book with a lot of stuff. The two things he values are
Cows.
Yeah, cows. Well, very particularly voluptuous cows. But no, he values what Tormund had taught him.
Okay.
And that's why he doesn't understand why Tormund taught him that stuff.
So maybe there's some arcane secrets that Tormund was never share these except with other mages. Sort of thing.
Child, never share this save with your apprentice one day.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
Okay, so you're concentrating on keeping those, and in the meantime, I'll say some of his thoughts flow into your head, and you sort of see maybe some of the adventures of the Black Stallions and how they were this group of adventurers, not unlike your own.
That's like us.
They were given these quests to try to keep this ancient evil from rising. Along the way, they found these crystals that help them in their quest. To help them teleport from point A to point B, and they had this lord who was sort of communicating with them through it. But somewhere along the way, things went off the rails, and you know, a couple of them died now, and in the meantime, now Rook is trying to pervert these crystals to some sort of dark purpose that you're not entirely aware of, but you can sense that Gellan's not fully on board with.
Wait, Carl, what's your character's fucking name? Dormin.
Dormin.
Wait, Dormin. It's wait, Mr. Gellan. What are you? Why are you down here? What are you trying to do?
He's like, there's an entire civilization's worth of knowledge here. The world is corrupt and full of passion. People pursue stupid ends to ridiculous purposes. If I can save this space, then I can save the world.
But isn't your friend doing something bad?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. There aren't enough books in the world to figure that one out. But I know enough to trust Rook.
Ooh. I think Len is really trying to like listen into this guy to see if he can maybe glean any information from like the way he's. I feel like Len's not the most. You wouldn't bring Len in to be like, all right, interrogate this person. Like he wouldn't be like, I don't know. So he's just kind of like trying to like listen to what's being said. But I don't think I think he's kind of taking this in at like the value that it's at which it's being presented.
Okay. Dormin go on.
Dormin will be standing with his hands on the pommel of his sword, resting, and he'll say kindly to Len, just let me know, child, when you're done conversing with the half ant, half man, and then I will strike.
So meanwhile, like there's that lamp like not too far from you, and you're busy like you're busy like conversing.
Okay,
I'll say the rest of you guys.
Right back.
The rest of you guys are also present.
You'll say, Len, just finish up. When you're done, I'll do the dirty bit. I will be right back. And he's like gonna run for the lamp.
Wait, where are you going? He runs off.
Yeah, I feel Corvid is just behind one of these bookcases again, and once he heard this person was like a Black Stallion, he's just been like quietly applying his poison to one of these arrows.
All right, I like it.
What's in those? What are those books over there, Mister? And he'll point to the magical safe that you'd pointed out before. What's in there?
In there, the tome of forbidden knowledge.
A tome of forbidden knowledge. I don't know. Is it forbidden because it's something bad?
It's like, well, bad is relative. All things forbidden change the person reading them.
Is it bad like what your friend is trying to do?
It's not that bad.
Ooh, fuck. Has Len ever heard of the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge?
Yeah, I'll say, well, why don't you spout lore on that one?
Awesome. And I just picked up a move that lets me do a little better on this. I got a 11.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge is a tome of unspeakable power. Basically, like when you read it, you, like for game purposes, you level up. But in the process, you're tainted. Like it takes something from you.
Oh, geez.
It takes like something from you, and like it takes your innocence from you.
I was just about to say that. It's like a child thing.
Like, oh, that sounds pretty impressive, but kind of spooky. I don't know. I've heard about that book before, mister. Why do you guys have it here?
He said, I keep it here because I've read it cover to cover, and I think in the wrong hands it could be abused.
I don't know, but we've been told you guys are the bad guys.
Well, and if you haven't, he just looks at you and says, you haven't read enough.
And I think he looks over to David John a little bit like, are you going to weigh in on this?
You going to kill this guy?
Walk over. Yeah, David John was walking over there. smoldering a little bit, and I'm like, "Whoa, another spider!" And pull up his sword, ready to attack Gellan.
That's funny. All right. Gellan will be like, "Oh, I see you serve the double light."
Double light serves, and the double light protects.
He says, the faith of the double light originated in the forest from which my people sprang. It was originally an elven faith.
Huh. Well,
and he says,
if that were true, all of our books would be written in Elven, and we'd all be speaking Elven. Am I right?
He's like, you're right, and yet I speak to you in English or Common. And how do you think that happened?
All right, buddy. Well, if you know of the double light, you cannot be. You must have some sense in you, and we're here to listen. We were guided here by the light itself.
Let me ask you, David John, how many books of the Great Testament of the double light would you say there are?
Oh well, we all know that there are 5 books that have been given to us, and I've read each of them.
David John, would you like to read the 6th book?
Oh, throughout all this conversation of books, Len has started to inch closer and closer towards that tome of forbidden lore.
All right, yeah. So you can walk right up to it. It's just like a book, basically, and you see this.
How did
sort of gilded ancient book, and around it is wrapped like the gilding of it is like in the form of a weed.
Oh yeah. Does it seem like magically protected in any capacity that I can see?
No. I mean, if you have like a detect magic cantrip you can cast or something.
I think I do. You want me to do that?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. I do have a detect magic regular spell. Sure. Let's just use it. Why not? Is it cool if I just say that was one of the ones I had prepared?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. Oh, let's see if this magical book is magical, guys. Or it's a bunch of bullshit. Well, I got a 3.
She's like, nope. No, I'd say like you're aware it's magical, but there's like its magic is beyond you.
I'm like, boy, this is something wild. I can't even believe. And he's like saying this stuff out loud to no one. And then he's like, we see David John and Kellen having this discussion. And then in the middle of this discussion, Len's already opened the book.
Okay. Let's flip back to David John.
If you're telling me, sir, that there's a 6th book, I would like to restore it to the order of the double light. It would be.
He says, "I'd like nothing more than that, but the zealots in your church have forbidden any reference to it." He's like, "But there is the last known copy," and he points to your friend who's now reading it.
Yeah, and there's just for effect. Let me know Leigh, if this is not what you were going for. I think like your friend is reading it, and that's when you see Len open the book, and there's like the burst of light that shoots out at him from the book.
Absolutely, double light, like one from each side.
One from each side. And I feel like, I think the pages are the pages are kind of like turning themselves. Not like at first they start kind of like slowly as if someone was speed reading, and then like sooner they get going like faster and faster and faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say like you like before too long, like you just set the book down and your eyes are like glowing and you have like a light about you. You can level up, but also you have to describe one way in which the book has changed you.
So I think
it could be as simple like, I'm a miserable sot now. Or it could be any number of other things. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm blind.
So physically, we immediately see that Len's hair...
It could be like, I've lost my taste. I've lost my sense of taste.
I I think the big thing is Len. We immediately see that Len's changed because Len had like kind of like strawberry blonde hair in like kind of like a shitty bowl cut, and now his hair is like gray.
Okay, awesome.
And so we immediately see that's
it's in a sweet mohawk.
Yeah, it's in a sweet mohawk, and he turns around and says, "You guys ready to roll?" And he pulls out his pistol. Anyway, he's like, "Not yet." Okay, and he puts that away in his trench coat. And Morpheus so there's that. I think like one of the big things is he like all of like the simple pleasures of life. And I think he doesn't know this just yet, but like I think like he loses some of like the simple pleasures of life. Like music doesn't have any allure. Like he's now literally never a person who gets lost in the beat.
He no longer cares about the medieval cookbooks.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, because he's like, that's interesting that they cooked that way. But he doesn't have like a desire to be like, how delightfully tasty. Like that's not there to him.
Okay,
like yeah, the simple pleasures are gone for now not so young Len.
So David, David John, you see Len age in front of you, and David John, you're watching all of this as well, so you can hop in at any point you feel like that.
Yeah, well, first I'd want to turn to Gellan and say, there's a lot about this world that I didn't know about, that I've just learned in a short period of time with my companions. And so much of it has been not taught or forbidden by the elders at the Order of the Double Light. You call them zealots. Where, how long have they cast out the sixth book?
How old is your faith? My
faith, mean like my characters?
No, like the religion itself.
Oh, okay. Let's say
it's like born again baptism or something like that. It's like 80 years old, sir.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, like, one thing that I kind of wanted to get at was that this is not David John speaking, but one thing that I was thinking is that his whole order and like he had like this really small-minded thing of like the evil that he needed to purge from the land, and it was just like basically this really banal thing that really wasn't a big deal. And there's like way greater evils in the world, and perhaps like a greater story arc could be that his order, like, it's just cultivating people to just like worship, and just that's it, just prayer, and like provide like worship and like mana to like some other deity or something like that, rather than the Double Light. So I'm not going to develop that too much more right now, but that's like kind of the bigger arc with him, is that he'll like, and this is really cool because this would like put him, if there's like, if there is any truth to his religion, to find that, and see that like his elders are like kind of, like actually working for a different, interest. So
interesting. I like that a lot.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So yeah, he'll ask Gellan about how long how he learned about the Double Light, and that his words seem to ring true. Your words seem to ring true to me, because I've seen so many things in this world that have been strange to me, and things that have been not taught in the many years that I've spent in the Order, and it seems like there's far greater powers and evils than just the demon Zaytan.
Well, he says basically, when I was still young, before the Church of the Double Light came around, but back when its predecessor hadn't been stamped out, our people followed 3 stars. And the church that you know as the Church of the Double Light was once called the Church of the Triple Light. The third light,
dun dun dun,
was a light that spoke to men's compassion and their judgment and their wisdom, their decision making. But that has all been stamped out of your faith. And that is the light that's contained in the book over there. This weed that you think of as evil in fact, is tool of the light.
Yeah, open your mind, man.
Yeah. Have you never smoked that weed?
Your views are strange, and I will ponder them after I read the book. But I appreciate your insight. I do wonder why so many have been led astray from the path of the double light, and perhaps our teachings need fuller thought, and perhaps I will consider the teachings of this book. Thank you, sir.
So do you read from the book, or do you go over to the book, I guess?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the book with my negative, 2 intelligence and read it.
All right. Well, the book itself is wrapped in the leaf of the weed that you hate.
So I'm going to read it really slow.
It's Ilkor's Bane, or you call it Satan something.
Yeah, no, we'll call it, yeah.
You don't mind the fact that it's
Satan's salad.
This would be like it being wrapped in pornography for any or something.
First I'm going to talk to before I touch the book, I'm going to talk to my young companion. What did you glean from the pages?
Less young companion.
I glint, which is the past tense of glean. I learned that. I glint a lot.
Are we?
I don't know if you should read this one. There's a lot in there. It's a doozy.
What did you learn about?
Which I learned in some cultures is a really serious ethnic slur. So sorry if you have any bugbear friends.
Were there any teachings in there about a third star, perhaps a third light?
There were teachings about so many stars and so many different lights. You'll have to be more specific, Mr. David John. I plumb don't know which one you're talking about.
And you recognize me?
Yeah. You're David John, Isaac Muhammad Ali, Kennedy Sanchez. Whatever your character's name was.
Wrong names. Then David John draws his sword and strikes down the child.
Oh, you got me. I was a bad guy.
Yeah. Clearly, the teachings of double light were right all along. He sets himself on fire again. No.
Yeah. But he'll be like, I don't know if you should read this one, sir. There's a lot in here. Like I said, it's a D word.
Turner. Oh.
So, and I think Len turns back to Kellen and is like, if we go to stop your friend from doing something real bad and make sure he doesn't do anything bad, are you going to stay here? What's your plan?
The only way to stop my friend is to kill him and to kill me.
Ooh. Do I have any idea? Have I gleaned any knowledge that this may be true?
Why must we kill you?
Hold on. It sounds like a discern realities roll to me.
Sure. Come on, baby, mama needs a new pair of butts. Got an 8 plus 1. So,
all right.
But since I leveled up, you know what? That's an 8 plus 2. So that's a 10.
Oh, shit.
Oh, baby.
Go for it, then.
All right, so allow me to find the...
I'll read it to you. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable? Who's in control? What here is not what it appears to be.
All right, so... what is about to happen?
I'll be right back.
If the answer was Carl's going to leave, then...
Yeah. So I'll say that there is this ritual going on underneath you, and given enough time, it will be fulfilled. That's still a ticking time bomb.
Okay. What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for any knowledge or any tool that will help you get to the ritual area or prevent the ritual.
Oh, that's perfect, because then my next question is, what here is useful or valuable to me?
Also, Gellan himself, in the form of aiding your cause, if you can enlist him.
Yeah, so then Len will say, like you've got to, like, listen, you seem like a nice enough guy who just wants to study books, and that's all I ever wanted to do. But we gotta stop what your friend's doing. If you can help us with that, you can. Nobody has to hurt you. Nobody has to hurt your library. Hell,
this is a parlay roll, I think. So
sure. Hell, I'll donate some money to a spider charity.
Yeah, you've got to figure out how you have leverage, and then let me know from there.
Okay, I think just his.
Let's say, like, from your prior role, like, you can sort of realize, like, he's tied to this place and tied to Rook and tied to these, like, crystals in a way that you don't fully understand, but it doesn't seem fully voluntary.
Okay.
He's not fully on board with whatever ritual is going on. So that might help you in figuring out your life.
So yeah, so
David John's going to read the book, by the way.
Okay.
What else is going on?
Oh no. Yeah, I think. Do we want to deal with him doing that?
Yeah. So, David John, what does the book take from you?
It takes his
stupidness
and sort of describe, like, what you're seeing in the book. So, like, mechanically, what it does is it levels you up.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a book about, like, your faith, and it's like if someone found, like, the fifth gospel or the second book of Revelation or, like, that sort of thing. It's like it contains a lot of things that are, like, in many ways very at odds with your core beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So he's going to give up his path reading this book to the gospel of the double light and the purging of these Satanists, which are this plant, basically, which are kind of which he learns from reading is more of like a druidic kind of tradition, and not really a purely evil entity.
No, so in the book, the book is called, the weed is called Ilkor's Bane, and the idea is, like, this weed somehow hurts, like the Lich King.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. So he's going to give up his path. He's going to give up, like, his jewelry, his kind of, like, he had, like, these, like, ornate kind of necklaces and things, and he's going to remove them from him and, like, leave them at the altar and start crying at this table, basically. And that's what he's going to do.
All right, so Corvid, you're watching all of this. How do you react to that?
What do you just do? He's crying somewhere.
So basically, you watch Len, the young Len, like, suddenly age after reading this book and talking with this, like, half man, half spider creature, and then you watch David John renounce his faith, essentially.
That was a real doozy.
Is Dormin still preparing to kind of attack this?
I have been gone. I haven't seen any of this.
Dormin's, like, off in the corner rubbing a lamp repeatedly.
Yeah. Like, facing away from you, looking furtively over his shoulder.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I want to kill this guy. He's part of the Black Stallions. We got to do it.
A morning cup of coffee, the kind of thing to ease you into your day. But has this ever happened to you? Just a fine roast, a fine scoop of Folgers here, and oh, it's everywhere! There's gotta be a better way. And now there is, with Sure Scoop. Sure Scoop's German-engineered precision shock-absorbing technology allows you to get the perfect scoop of coffee, not every other time, but every single time. Now that's good coffee. And look, no mess. Sure Scoop helps with my fragile wrists. And now I can see my grandkids again. Sure Scoop. Scoop it.
I think once David John just starts weeping, I'm gonna try and shoot. I'm gonna, I guess, jump from behind this bookshelf that I was hiding behind and just shoot him with this arrow, hopefully.
Okay. So we'll just flash cut to Dormin real quick. Dormin, you're approaching this lamp. How do you do that?
Oh, I mean, I don't think there's anything to hide from. The only threat left in the room is back with my party, and I've been told not to kill him yet. So I just walk up to it, pull it out of the rubble, and give it a good look over. I think I should be pretty familiar with lamps.
Okay, go ahead and roll your spout lore.
I got between 7 and 9. I think it might be an 8. No, 7.
You're familiar with lamps, but only from the inside? So from the outside, you had no idea how to deal with them.
Yeah, so I would say, like, for the past few minutes, you've been, like, knocking on it, like, trying to put it in your ear hole, like,
I do carry my own lamp around.
Like shouting on it. Yeah, but you've never, like, accessed a lamp before. You don't know how people access yours, right?
Okay, all right.
And then, like, finally at the very end, you, like, rub it. And I'll say, when that happens, instead of, like, it coming out of the lamp, you go into the lamp, and you're suddenly in, like, this pocket plane. It's not, like, dissimilar from yours. So describe yours.
As I'm traveling through, like, the ether, I'm like, not Times Square, not Times Square, not Times Square. I pictured my lamp as being really similar to remember the Rick and Morty episode where he makes his own, like, a mini universe inside the car battery? Like, it's basically like people just have, like, regular jobs and things are just, like, kind of different. And I was literally just an accountant there. And I had a family and everything. So, like, mine was just, like, sort of an other world of just, like, our world.
Interesting. I'll say this is a little more
fantastic.
like, kind of like the environment in which it's sitting in. It's, like, more like a library, and this guy's, like, like, reading when he looks up, and he says, "Oh, thank God. My name is Arizon." And like, you don't recognize him per se, but he looks like I guess of your tribe, or like of your like he's familiar in some vague sense.
What'd you say his name was?
Arizon.
Oh, I thought you said Amazon. I was like, because he's the bookkeeper. I was like, okay. All right. So, all right. I'll say, brother, it's been so long since I've seen one of my own kind. I like go to, like, give him the traditional genie greeting, which is just, like, a lot of, like, clasping your hands together and bowing at each other.
Okay, so, like, maybe he starts to do that. He's like, please,
and slamming dunk.
He's like, yeah,
catching air.
Like, you've opened my lamp, and now I'm bound to you to an eternity of service. You know the obligations better than most. But I can only grant you this one wish, because I'm a lesser djinn. And
I say, oh no, friend, there are no lesser djinns. We are all equal. I would never presume to enslave you the way that our kind has. What is it you can do for me again?
It's like, I can grant you any wish, but I will live in eternity of indebtedness, now and always. That is my lot in life. That is our people spot.
Well, I mean, I do know that, if you're a traditionalist, that could be cool by you. I mean, it's not really always unethical for someone to fulfill what they believe is their duty.
And you just look at him and he looks like extremely sad.
I'm like, I'm gonna take a look around. Is he literally just sitting by himself in like this old library?
Yeah, and he seems like maybe slightly crazed.
I'll be thinking to myself, like, he hasn't had company essentially. It'll be good for him, really, to have someone to talk to. And what better way to have a traveling companion than to be eternally bound to them?
I mean, you've been through the same thing. So.
Oh yeah, totally.
So
but like,
you're the best person equipped to deal with that.
Yeah, but like I'm figuring the few years of being immortal has already like corroded his like sense of this is terrible.
I mean, you're fully aware. Like it's inescapable. Like this guy is a slave.
Yeah, but maybe like a useful slave who likes it though.
Certainly a useful one, but definitely not. No, there's no doubt about it.
I'm gonna put a pin in that. So okay, what can I mechanically do here? Like, do I have to leave the lamp again to like, or do I have to like while I'm in the lamp I can sort of interact with him like in his power way?
So basically, he can grant you one wish, and yeah, before you use a wish, you can go in and out of this lamp and talk to him as much as you want.
All right, I'm gonna say, my friend, how long has it been since you had a previous master? I mean, friend.
He's like, as you know, there are no friends between masters and servants.
Definitely, except for us, though, because I get it.
He said, "I can only grant you one wish, and sustaining this lie is not one of them." Unless you wish it to be.
like hope glints in his eyes. That's true. Jinn don't lie. Okay. So,
I'm rubbing the lamp. My gin don't lie, and I'm starting to fear her.
That was a really good Shakira.
All right, so let's cut back to Corvid.
So much pressure.
Are you poisoning this guy like a backstab, or are you shooting him? What are you doing exactly?
Yeah, I'm shooting him with this poison arrow. So since it's range, I don't think I can backstab him. But
okay.
I'm going to try for that. Which is not super great because my poison, I picked the one that relies on other people to attack him afterwards, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be awkward.
Oh, also I got a 6. So doesn't matter too much anyway.
Would you want one of us to be helping you? Or no?
I wouldn't mind that.
Are you going to help him kill this librarian?
I mean, Len would prefer not, but I don't know if maybe David John would want that.
Yeah, maybe Corbett will kind of jump out from hiding with this arrow knocked and just like, would you idiots stop reading magic books and do the job we came here for? You said he's a Black Stallion, right? Just shoot him.
Okay. So
David John,
like you hit him. Yeah. What are you gonna do about this, David John?
If you want to try an 8, then my arrow will hit him instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in the way of your arrow.
Oh, you're trying to... Okay,
you're interfering?
Yeah, so I'll say that happens. All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, to hit him? Okay. Well, I only got a 1, but it is poisoned.
All right, so in the unlikely event that you all start attacking David John, you'll take +1. All right, so David John, you take 1 damage. So basically, I'll say you smash your shield into this arrow as it's going for Gellan, and a piece of it breaks off and like scratches your face off. You're on the side.
Yeah, you guys need to chill it. What's going on?
Oh,
this guy. Do we really need to kill Gellan here?
Corvid, Gellan can help us. Gellan, I know you don't want to. I know you're not happy about what's going on, and I know these crystals there's something up with these crystals, but we can stop all this stuff and let you study your books and not have to deal with these crystals or any of this weird magic ritual. We can stop that. If you give us a hand, we'll be able to stop it, and nobody has to hurt anybody down here.
Yeah, okay. Gellan, I'm sure you don't want to be a spider anymore. We can help you get your legs back.
This sounds like a parlay roll with Len and David John helping. So basically, you're saying like we'll give you assistance to get Rook out to inhibit Rook in a way that helps you some way.
Sure. I got a 3, so don't bother rolling with a help roll. So I'm like, yeah, and then what?
Roll, because
no, it's
and I think Len is like, and then once we kill your friend, he says that to Corvid. He's like, no, this isn't the guy. It's this guy's friend. That's the person we have to kill.
So
he just keeps bringing up. I like the idea that he just keeps bringing up that Rook and this guy are friends, and their goal is to kill this guy's friend.
He'll look at you and he'll be like, I've told you the only way forward is to kill me, and now I'll force your hand. And he'll spits venom at Corvid at this point.
All right, I'm gonna try to block that with my shield.
Let's cut back to Dormin.
Oh man, all right. I think so Dormin will be like, oh man, I've got a wish. This is unprecedented mental territory for me. Oh, I know what I should do. I should consult with my mortal friends who will definitely steer me in the right direction for the best wish for a mortal. Yeah, I don't want to screw this up. And he'll turn to Arizon and be like, I will be right back, new friend. Who?
Yes, my master.
Friend. Awesome. I'll be back. And then he leaps back out.
Okay. So you leap back out just in time to see the spider spitting venom at Corvid. And Corvid, with his bow out.
All right, I'm going to definitely be taking this lamp with me, put it on my belt next to my original lamp. And then it's barbarian time, baby.
Corvid, why don't you go ahead and defy danger? You just tell me how you're doing it.
Was David John helping, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think, it makes most sense for me to just kind of try to either duck or dodge out of the way.
Okay. So, Dex. Okay.
Okay. 11 on that one then.
Awesome. So you just totally matrix dodge this acid, and it lands behind you, burning a languages section of books.
Oh no!
You don't care about that anymore.
Oh yeah, I've already learned it before. 8-2 killing.
Okay.
I learned Latin. That's the deal.
And maybe how do you help exactly? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so back to Dormin.
All right, so I'm going to see Corvid just as I was expecting him to get out Danger's way, and then there's this. Of course, I see David John, and then this old, wizened-looking dwarf person. Don't know where Lenny is, but I will. I guess I'll just charge for the spider, who I always knew was bad. I'd be I knew I shouldn't have left these people alone, because all these mortals always wanted to talk. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go in there, swords blazing.
Okay.
Hack and slash?
Yes.
Oh, got 6. Unless somebody wants to help me.
Okay. I'll see you hit him.
Oh, hold on. Do you get any bonuses for acting out your bonds, or is that something different?
Yeah, I think so. Well, Austin, what is it?
Your bonds are usually what you use when you're trying to help or when you're trying to aid or interfere with somebody. So you don't get help for acting out your bonds. You'll get experience at the end of the game for acting out your bonds.
Oh,
I'm thinking of if you were acting out on any of the discern realities roll, but you haven't been doing those. So yeah, I'll say your what is your weapon?
It's a big 2-handed sword.
Okay. So yeah, maybe. Hold on a second.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll say you're able to hit him, but when you do, this like acid blood sprays out at you, and you take 5 damage.
Can this be soaked by armor? Cool. All right, I took 3 damage.
Nice. All right, so back to Len.
Ooh, all right. So, Len kind of like sees this stuff happening, and he's like we didn't want to do this. We're just trying to help people. You've got to stop. And I think he like kind of shoots his arms out and like holds the staff out, and he's going to cast the spell Hold Person.
All right.
Which is a cleric spell that he picked up through some leveling up.
Good choice.
And he got a 7 + 2 is 9.
I don't have the cleric sheet in front of me. I have all your sheets. So
Yeah. So the way the spell casting works is on a 7 to 9 the spell is cast, but I have to choose one. I draw unwelcome attention or put myself in a spot. The spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it is cast. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you prepare spells, or after it is cast, the spell is forgotten. You cannot cast the spell again until you prepare your spells. And honestly, I think it's going to be that, because I think he didn't even know he had this power till now.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's like, we're not trying to hurt you. We just want you to knock it off.
So
And
you
he does that.
frozen him, and does that mean you can't attack him again, and or he'll be free, or how does it work?
Yeah, so hold on, it's on page 66, I believe. Nope, that's not correct at all. Basically, he is... Here we are. Choose a person you can see. Until you cast a spell or leave their presence, they cannot act except to speak. This effect ends immediately if the target takes damage from any source. So he's just kind of like...
Okay.
unable to act aside from speaking.
Perfect. So suddenly he's frozen in place, and you guys are all like now seeing that it's like weird light flowing around him.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. As he's defenseless, I'm gonna backstab the.
All right. So you immediately like put down your bow, start to like sneak behind him.
Yeah.
All
And
of
I
you
think
seeing-
I think the way that the hold person spell in this situation looks is all of these there's like wind that's kind of kicked up, and like he's suddenly like frozen and motionless, but like there's like wind that's like sticking pages of these books to him and that kind of stuff. As meanwhile, Corvid is inching up behind him ever so dangerously.
I don't even have to sneak because it's if he's defenseless, which if he can't move, I assume that's the case, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna casually walk up there and just like, "Hey, thanks, kid." And just try to slip through the equivalent of that.
Okay. Any final words from either of you guys? I give David John a chance here.
I'm gonna hit the guy. I'm gonna hit him with the sword.
All right. I'll stop.
Speaking with a stick.
So like this is the guy who just like revealed your new religion to you, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Sorry.
That's fine.
His last words are, sorry.
All right. Corbin,
Yeah,
go
but
ahead
he's-
and roll back in.
All right, yeah, I got an 11 there, which gives me 2 choices from this list. Definitely gonna do it. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna do my damage and then give +1 to the next person to hit this person.
Okay. Do your damage.
So a 7 total.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 5 and also a 2.
Gotcha.
Okay. David John, go ahead and roll a hack and slash. +1 forward.
Oh, I'll totally get in on this. Just this gruesome festival. If that's an option.
I got an 11, and I'm gonna say sorry.
Roll your damage. You're not sorry.
I got a. Well, I guess that's a 4.
Okay. And
So yeah, I guess
All right,
if he took damage, he can attack back theoretically if we roll low enough. But
Yeah. Go on. Dormin, you're attacking also. You roll hack and
I
slash.
got an 8, and I have forceful and messy for whatever that counts for.
You roll your damage.
Sorry, I don't remember how to do that. Oh, I got it. Never mind. 1 second.
Your damage should just be like a D8 or D10.
Yeah, I got it. Total of 5.
Jesus. All right. Yeah. So basically, you guys freeze this guy in place and then just decide to like butcher him. Before he can have a chance to react, like just limbs are flying over. Like Corvid slits his throat, and then the rest of you guys are like bashing his head in and like
Oh jeez! Oh god!
Dormin's just nodding like happily,
like taking eggs out of his egg sack and throwing them on the ground. You know? It's like hideous. This is like disgusting brutality.
And there's a close up on Len, and he goes, "It's exactly how I read about it."
Okay, so I think like this would be a good part to like start an epilogue for this game.
Yeah, there's a text going over the screen as we're just like hacking this corpse apart.
So yeah, you guys have a chance to figure out what you're going to do next. Have a chance to digest what just happened. You have a chance to deal that Djinn if you want to, or read the book or anything else. So
By digest, you mean we ate this guy?
Yeah. Further killing this guy who's already dead. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So this. All right. Well, this. Oh my God! I can't believe that. I was trying to help him, but yeah, it's just like it said in the book. That is what would happen. He was right.
Dormin will just be like, "Who is," like pointing a sword at you, and be like, "Have we found another custodian, ancient wizened custodian of this library? And where's the boy?"
No, it's me. It's me, Mr. Dormant. I just got real spooked. Why? Does something look different? Do I have something on my... Is it spider goop?
I'll like hold up my massive sword. You can see like your reflection in the blade of it.
Oh, geez. Oh, if I'm ever able to see my mom again, she's not going to be happy about my beautiful strawberry blonde locks.
I'll say to Dormin, like, both these two idiots read that magic evil book.
That book is magic and evil? I like go to like stab it unless somebody stops me.
I think it'll be funny if you stab it.
Yes, definitely. I'm doing that. It's like just as we were mashing apart the corpse, I'm like separating it with like dagger and sword.
Can I throw out an idea? He stabs it, and when he stabs it, like blood erupts out of it and sprays everywhere.
Yeah, and there's like a screaming, and like 1,000 ghosts fly out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I love it.
All right, and Len changes back into the sexy lady he was before the curse was put on him. But yeah, Len just kind of like Len looks at the book as that happens, and his eyes are like kind of like oh god, and he's like I saw some stuff in there. I don't like the idea of destroying that, but maybe it was for the better.
Or maybe like when all these ghosts are like flying, screaming out of this book, you see one ghost each trying to crawl out of your and David John's throat, but not being able to quite make it, getting pulled back down into your stomachs. See how weird we can make this.
Yeah,
It's terrifying.
That's my soul. Don't let that little guy get out.
All right, let's all take one action for what each character is doing to wrap up. We start with
I'll
David
go.
John. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I, true to my word, I'm gonna like make it known to them, like, hey, I found a new friend, colleague, really, which is technically true, and I am now in the interesting position of being his higher friend, and he has a wish to grant me. And I was just wondering, I've had a lot of masters in the past, but I never really had like a context for what they wanted. So if you guys have any ideas for me, I'm open. I'm open to that.
I think Has Len heard about genies before?
Yes. Yeah, Scott lore on that one.
Sure.
Intelligence.
I don't. Len failed that roll pretty hard.
All right, so act that out.
So Len's like, wait a minute. Are you okay? Because I thought all this genie stuff was just something you were making up. Honestly, Tormund told me you'd been drunk the whole time.
Oh, David John also, one of his bonds specifically says he doesn't believe I'm a genie either.
Yeah. So I think Len was like, wait a minute. That was
genies
that
are
was real?
Only magic's real.
No, he had told me you had a connection. He had told me you had a connection to another world. You're blowing my mind right now. And I read that crazy book that you just stabbed, and all the ghosts came out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't just be like, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I meant.
Oh, geez. And I think Len is just kind of like off being like, but if genies are real, then that means that Aladdin was a true story. And if Aladdin is a true story, then where's Agrabah? Wait a minute. Agrabah. Hold on. Rearrange the letters. And he's off doing that. He's like drawing something on the floor, like, enhance.
Okay, do the rest of you guys have any suggestions for how Dormin should deal with his wish?
Wait, if we can wish for anything, we're getting paid to be down here. Why not just wish for more money? And we can retire now. We already killed half of them anyway. That's fine.
Smart. Just cut to the chase. I'm questing for money. Just wish for my quest to be over. Then I'll be fulfilled and happy forever.
Yeah, you know what? You were halfway there anyway. We killed one of the two left. I mean, it's not like you did nothing.
You'll feel empty inside. After living a life of luxury and in the palatial grounds of the order, I can tell you that I had all kinds of delights, all kinds of foods and liquors offered to me, and it brought me only a mild satisfaction. But now that I've seen the truest light of all, I think we need to wish for all of the creatures of this land to see its power.
Hey, Dormin, I think he's Crybaby over here saying that he doesn't want his cut.
Oh, is that what that means?
Pretty sure.
All right. I'll take this under advisement, wise friends.
All right, if you rearrange the letters, what do you get? You get Dan laid. What does that mean? You've got to dig deeper. Here's the deal. Linda add. All right. Linda add what? What does she add to it? There's a lamp. There you go. A lamp makes what? Light. The double light.
Okay, so
There it is. Yeah.
Dormin, is he doing anything or no?
So Dormin, 50-50 between us.
I hadn't really. I figured I'd just wait on the wish, unless you want me to do it right now.
I don't care.
Can I just sit on it? Yeah, I don't want to spend 15 minutes figuring it out right now, but I just want to get everyone's opinion on it and do something next session.
All right, David John, what's your wrapping up action?
I'm going to.
You simultaneously rejected your faith, killed the person who opened your eyes, and now you're now you're in the afterglow of that.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a proper burial best I can. Try to find try to put together some kind of sarcophagus that can hold all of his 8 disgusting legs. And
the few eggs that you didn't smash under your boots on the ground.
Oh, if he's got eggs, I'm going to plant them in the ground and water them.
Perfect.
Yeah, David John doesn't understand the difference between eggs and seeds, so he's going
in the sun-starved caverns of this hill.
Yeah, oh God, he's gonna be like, "Don't worry, buddy. Part of you will live on forever." And he'll just put some of the eggs in his bag, so he can get above ground, plant them.
So wrapping up the Corvid, you see a You see David John inexplicably burying the person he just helped massacre.
So I kind of, as maybe he's dug this hole and is putting this like monster in there. I just kind of walk over and just put my hand on his shoulder. And I'm like, yeah, it's a good job. It's a good job, brother. But I just need, just 1 second, I'll just be real quick. And then he goes and gets his like short sword and just saws the head off. Like puts in a bag or something. He's like, we need it to prove that we killed one of the Black Stallions. Beautiful. I love it.
Whoa, crazy game. Dungeon World, Hunt for the Black Stallions, is a game run by Leigh, and it stars Alex as David Michael, David as Corvid, Carl as Dormin, and Austin as Len, or Leonard. Music for this episode includes Trenches by Kaupe and Inspiring Corporate by Scott Holmes. Dungeon World is a game by Adam Koebel and Sage Latorra. Join us next week for another exciting episode of This American Dice. Right here, same time, same channel. Hey everybody, if you could please rate, review, and subscribe to our show on your favorite podcatcher, it would really help This American Dice. And for every 5-star review we receive, we'll read it on air. Join us next week for another episode of This American Dice.
Okay, so I definitely think that Dormin is keeping an important secret from me. And it's that genies are real, that there are entire other planes out there.
The secret was that everything he was been telling you this whole time was just not a lie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tormund had like mentioned that like there is a secret to this gin, and he just assumed that he meant like, oh, he's just drunk off his ass on gin.
Yeah,
and,
listen close, read between the lines.
Betwixt the lines, you must read, young Leonard. And he's like, what?
I love that all these, when we leave, all these spiders are going to compete with all these goats now.
Yeah.
We say goats?
Mm-hmm. 1,000 goats came out.
Yeah, 1,000 goats. Yeah, well, the spiders better be there to protect these books, otherwise these goats are going to win.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. Polter goats.
Yeah. Do you remember from high school?
No. Was she the girl that you had a crush on?
She was one of Mary Beth's friends.
Okay.
You specifically didn't answer that.
Yeah, he's like, no.
No, okay. If she was one of Mary Beth's friends, I don't know.
She was in actually the psychology class, Alex, where you and I had together in high school.
Yeah, was she an idiot? And you've told me a story about her a bunch of times.
Yes, there was a greght.
I totally forgotten the story. Yeah, please tell it.
There was a great moment where Mary Beth had a pet turtle, and Gellan was just looking at the turtle and being like, and she just said something like, "Man, life is amazing. To think this used to be a tadpole." And she just stared at it like, "Damn, the splendor of life." She was just staring at it. She also wants to be very, very on brand. She slept with some guy that we knew who was kind of known for being obnoxious. I forget what his name was, but she was like, it was terrible. It was awful. It was so boring. Honestly, I'd rather be reading a book. I thought that was pretty funny.